Hi and welcome to Sven's Bricks. I'm Sven, and in this video we're going to be looking a little bit at the new Delorean Back to the Future set, which has finally been released. I've been super excited about this set for about 4 months now, I think, since it was announced, or since it was leaked that it was going to be released. And it's actually been now up on the official Lego page and is going to be released on the 1st of April. So I'm really excited about this. Back to the Future is one of my absolute favourite films. We actually watched the whole trilogy with my kids a few weeks ago, yeah, it doesn't date badly. It really is fantastic. And actually, it was my birthday not too long ago, and my wife picked up the Playmobil Delorean, which I have in front of me here. I know this is generally a Lego channel, but I thought it would be interesting just to have this out. Just to see it, because it's actually a really nice little model. This very accurate. Of course, Playmobil specially design and custom make everything, so the design accuracy is obviously on point. But it's got a couple of very nice features, especially the lights. So I can recommend picking this up if you like toys in general or Back to the Future in general. I really like this. It has flip out tyres. I'm not going to go into the set too much, but you know, it's a lot cheaper than the Lego set. So if you're just after a nice looking DeLorean from Back to the Future, then I can definitely recommend that. The figures are nice too. And then behind me, you can also see I took out my Ecto 1s and the 1989 Batmobile. The reason being, of course, is that this new DeLorean set is very much an adult nostalgia set, as I see it, and I thought it would just be interesting to have them a little bit here. The new Back to the Future set does come with minifigures, which the Ecto 1 didn't, which I thought was a bit strange, because the 1989 Batmobile came with both a plaque and figures, 3 figures, which I don't actually have here now. So I'm fortunate to have the figures from the original Ecto 1 set. So I tend to display these together with the figures, but I think that was a real miss that they didn't include the Ghostbusters figures with the Ecto 1, the large Ecto 1, and they didn't include a plaque for it. But I think, you know, the license was for the new movie, and obviously there was lots of rusty stickers that you could put on it. So I guess it was to do with that. They didn't perhaps have the licenses for the minifigures. But it was a shame, and I feel for those people that weren't able to get their hands on the Ideas set. So that's just something I wanted to point out. But let's have a little look at the web pages. I'm going to react a bit to the images and give you some of my thoughts.
So here we are on the official Lego site. This is the official page for the set. If we scroll down a little bit here, we'll see some details. It's obviously being marketed as an 18+ set, 1,872 pieces. So it's a bit smaller than the Ecto 1 and the 1989 Batmobile. But we are getting a couple of very nice minifigures here, some really nice action features, and we're also getting 3, I wouldn't say alternate builds, but 3 different ways to finish the building of the set from the 3 different movies, which is really nice. Here you can see these are the new pieces for the set. They are kind of sloped in 2 different directions, so it's a bit hard to see. I'm not sure if there's a photo of the bonnet opening, but I'll point that out if we get to that. I do believe also that the windscreen is a new specialized piece, and I was pleased to see in another review video, which I'll link below, that's actually now being boxed with the set in plastic, so there's much less risk of that piece coming with scratches, which is really nice that Lego started to do that. Something which I know that they've been criticised for before, and is no doubt a bit disappointing if you get some scratched pieces when you receive your set. So the box is obviously looking very much like a normal 18+ set, but really cool with the lightning around it, or the electricity around it. We're looking really nice, very adult looking box, so that's nice. The gull-wing doors is a great look. Again, the video that I've watched on this seems to suggest that they don't stay up very well, the doors. which is perhaps a bit of a disappointment. There might be a way to modify that so that you can keep them up like they are in the picture. We'll have to see, I guess, once we get our hands on the set to see what that looks like. But in general, I think this is a really fantastic look. You can just about make it out the flux capacitor inside there, which lights up. I think there's a couple of pictures of that coming up. And this is a printed piece on the front here, the DMC logo, which is really nice. I think one of the few printed pieces. But yeah, wow, it looks really great. So this is the first of the 3 versions from the first movie with the big hook on it that they used to get the car started from the clock tower in the lightning storm. I'm not sure if this is a new piece, this hook at the top here. I can't say I personally recognize it, but it seems a bit weird to create a new piece just for that when there are existing hook pieces. So drop me a comment if you recognize that piece, but I don't personally recognize this. So this is the profile of the first version of the car, and here's the profile of the second version, obviously from the third movie, the Wild West version, with the nice white tire walls. I think they should be a little bit bigger, those white tire walls, but I think this is done perfectly well. And it also has the tray with the different electrical components attached to the bonnet. And then we have from the second movie, not quite sure why they're there in this order, but from the second movie with the fold-down tires. I've actually got hold of an image we can compare the profiles with here. I thought it might be worth doing, so let's compare it with perhaps the original. There we go. So you can see that it's not perfect, but I mean, again, this is Lego we're working with. We're not going to be able to get an absolutely perfect curve with straight bricks, but I think if you look at this is extremely well done. The bit under the bonnet here, the bumper of the car sticks out a bit further than it does on the real machine. The hood and the A-pillar here are perhaps a little bit thicker, but again, you know, we are working with Lego. These are compromises one has to live with. It's a shame not to have windows perhaps in the doors, but not such a big deal, especially not compared with the very original Kuso sets, which had no windscreen even. But yeah, in general, I think the detail here is really spot on. The wires are good. All of these tile pieces coming down look excellent, and the big jets, or whatever you want to call them, out the back here look pretty good as well. Shame not to get that angle though, like it is here. But I guess maybe there's a reason for that. So yeah, I think in general the profile looks really good, and I think at this scale, this is about as much as you could ask for, really. I'm really pleased with the way this is looking. So looking at the back, we can see the little bracket pieces are being used for the jets here, and then the minifigures, you can just about make out the prints here on the side of Marty's legs. I saw that in another video. Really excellent looking prints, and very nice to see that these are exclusive new figures, exclusive prints, new versions of the Marty and Doc, so they're not being reused from the previous sets. So yeah, really nice, and I believe that Doc at least has a second face without the glasses, so that's cool that we can change him out. And great to have a plaque, very nice to have a plaque. We didn't get that with Ecto 1. You get a couple of accessories with the set: a hoverboard, a little plutonium bag or a box, a second number plate, and a banana and a tin to put into the back of the car to fuel it. And then we get a little look at the back of the box here as well, where you can see the light up flux capacitor here. I think that's really nice. Shame that we don't get any other lights or kind of action features or electric action features, but I think it's absolutely lovely as it is, to be honest. You can see the original car looking very nice at the bottom of the box there. And then we get a couple of these lifestyle shots. So all 3 versions here. I suppose there'll be some people that will buy 3 sets in order to create 3 versions. I think one looks absolutely smashing like this. Really nice. And here we are with a chap looking very happy with himself after finishing the build. And here's a little video we can just check out quickly. Yeah, he does look happy. I think I'm going to look even happier once I get my hands on this. Oh, I'm just going to pause it there. So you can see the stickers being used for the dashboards here. I think that's perfectly fine. Obviously, prints would be more desirable. But you know, that would push the price up even more, and I think especially inside the car this is less important. But just to point out that these are stickers. I think, pretty sure that's a print though on that small tile at the bottom there. Nice gear stick. The steering wheel is not attached to the wheels. You can't steer the car or move the wheels with the steering wheel like you can on Ecto 1. Bit of a shame, but instead there's an action feature on the bottom of the car with a red handle that you pull, which flips the tires. I'm not sure if this video will show that, but it flips the tires down for the 1980s version. So I think that's, you know, a perfectly acceptable compromise. Yeah, you can see him there doing that. So just underneath there, he's got there's a red handle which he pulls down, and then these tires flip down. I think I would much rather have that than the steering, so I think the designer's done very well there. And there's the flux capacitor lighting up. Look, that's a great look from inside the car. Look at that. Designer must have been very pleased. Yeah, you can see the bonnet that lifts up there, and I believe that you can fit all of the accessories in. Perhaps not this part, but you can fit in the box into the bonnet area there, and even the skateboard, I believe. Yeah, they're all three on display. Look really nice.
So thanks for watching, guys. This is a new channel for me, a new project for me. So if you have any feedback at all for my videos, my presenting style, I'm obviously getting used to being in front of a camera and so on. So any feedback you have would be grateful. Drop me a like if you like the video, maybe even subscribe if you want to see future content. Thank you for those who have commented and liked so far. I'm enjoying myself, but I've got a lot to learn. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and please come back again. All the best for now. Bye bye.